Now to make a 16-inch pizza, we're going to take 3 cups of just regular old flour and just make a little well right in the center of it. Got 1 1/3 cups of warm water. You don't want to get this boiling hot or anything, but you want it to activate the yeast. So we're going to go ahead and just put our water in there. Try not to let it overflow the dam. And now I'm going to take some active yeast. This is bread yeast, and then just put it in the warm water. 1 whole package. Kind of give just a little bit of a stir to some of the thicker parts of the dam. And we're going to let that set for, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Now I like to use bell pepper, jalapenos, sweet onion, some Roma tomatoes, and then I'll take a sausage and cut that up. Alright, I've got those vegetables cut up. Now let's make some little poker chips out of this sausage. Oh, and I almost forgot. I like to put some black olives on it. So I'm going to take some jumbo black olives and then just kind of dice those up. Now what I'm going to do is just slowly work my way around this dam and just kind of tease in some of this flour. Just kind of want to mix it all together, but just work real slow so you don't compromise your dam. The donut will slowly expand. Just slowly tease it in. Try to break up any clumps as you go. Now we're starting to see it thicken up. Not quite time to break through the dam yet. See, now you can see that it has ceased to be runny, and at that point you can start breaking through your dam and then just start mixing that flour on in. Now I like to use this little plastic pizza cutter, and it kind of helps scrape up some of this extra dough. Now in the very beginning, this dough is really sticky and it will stick to your hands readily. Just a little bit and just put on the table to have some extra to work with, and that way I can kind of coat my hand. And I'll also lay that down to help this dough from sticking to the table. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this ball of dough and just wrap it up in either some saran wrap or maybe just some wax paper. And we're going to let that rest for just a few minutes while we get our spices together. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes now, and we'll go ahead and take this dough out. Probably should have coated this with a little bit of flour. You can see that's pretty sticky stuff. But to try and thwart that, I'm going to take a little bit of flour and just run it around. Since this is going to be a 16-inch pizza, you need to get that flour kind of laid out pretty good size. So we'll just kind of start off by, if you don't let it rest, it has a tendency to spring back quite a bit. So now it seems like it's starting to lay out a little bit better. I'm going to get just a little bit more flour, sprinkle over the top of it. I couldn't find my rolling pin, so I'll just have to make do with this wine bottle. That looks pretty good. Now, let me get my pan, and I'm going to kind of look, see, yeah, that looks like it's going to fit all right. So, oil on this pan. Let's see if we can get it laid out in here. Oh yeah. You can use just regular tomato sauce if you got it, or spaghetti sauce. And I'm going to be using some mozzarella here. And just kind of shake a little parsley over the top. Get half a teaspoon of basil. You can use garlic powder or garlic salt, that's what you got. Half a teaspoon of oregano. Crushed red pepper on here. So I'm going to just take a little bit of feta, and sprinkle some of that on there. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Now let's get this bad boy in the oven. Oh yeah. It's been 22 minutes now. Oh yeah. It's looking pretty good. Let's set it up here to cool. Okay, it's been 10 minutes now. It's cooled just about enough.
Now that's a spicy pizza.